In March, the GTA housing market did show some seasonal rebounds. Inventory came down, but prices are still struggling. So yes, the market is more active, but this is not a reversal. Let's start with the sales. If you look at the data from 2019 to 2026, there's a very clear and quite harsh reality. Transaction volume has been compressed to a very low level. Back in March 2021, we saw over 15,000 sales. Fast forward to March 2026, we're just about 5,000. That's not even 1/3 of the peak. And this is happening while population is growing and immigration has been increasing significantly. Yet from 2023 through early 2026, sales kept declining year after year. The market was getting colder every single year. But in March 2026, this trend was finally interrupted. We saw 5,039 transactions, not only up from February, but more importantly, up 1.7% year over year. This is the first time that downward momentum has been broken. So what does that tell us? The market is still very weak and we are still far from a true recovery, but something is shifting. The worst part of the downturn may be starting to loosen, and buyers are slowly becoming more active again. Can this momentum continue through the spring? Now let's look at supply. New listings in March were just over 14,000. That's down about 17% compared to last year, which tells us something important. Sellers are still holding firm. We're not seeing panic selling or a flood of inventory. Active listings came in around 21,600, down about 8% year over year. At the same time, sales are rising, which pushed inventory levels from 5 months in February down to 4.3 in March. Homes are being absorbed faster, so yes, it's still buyer's market, but buyer leverage is starting to weaken. Another way to see this is days on market. In March, the average was 47 days, still slower than last year's 37, but better than February's 54, and the gap versus last year is narrowing. So homes are still not easy to sell, but they are becoming slightly easier to move. Now let's talk about price. The average price in March was around 1.02 million, slightly up from February, but still down about 6.7% compared to last year. So buyer confidence has not fully returned. This is still a market moving sideways at a relatively low level. But here's what matters most. Sales usually moves first, price follows when sales rise. Inventory drops, days on market shrink. These are early signals of market beginning to turn. So for end users, let me be very direct. You don't need to buy the absolute bottom. What really matters is this. Can you buy without rushing, without competing, and without compromising? Because once the market heats up and competition returns, you won't just pay more, you will give up more. Location, layout, condition, good school zone, even your lifestyle choices. So if you're ready to buy, this may be one of the last windows where you can still take your time, choose carefully, and negotiate properly. I'm Chris Han, the GTA Realtor for all your first-time moves.